Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
Yeah. Bullshit. You.
Don't do the crime.
Born rap star.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Gein.
Live on the stage, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a point day. Back on my rap shit, no cap shit. Can't say shit. Just trying to be hood, but not dead in dick. Your boys can't watch from the sideline. Cause I get mine like a rip tide. Don't get carried by the rock side. As I try to get my broke dance like apartheid. South Africa. Top spot, I'm coming after your laughter. For the boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game, ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same, the only thing that changed, I got some gray in my veins. I'm still the champ, I'm still the shit. Y'all just the shit, not even worth a comment.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Gein.
Yeah. Yo, it's happy Halloween, because this is dropping on Thursday. Happy Halloween. Welcome to Smoke This Over. Yes, this is my Thursday edition to the flagship of the STO, the Smokers Lounge podcast, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just me. So happy Halloween. Get you ready, because this is in the morning, so you know what I'm saying, you know, but probably about 5 o'clock, people are going to be trick-or-treating. I hope everybody be safe out there. I hope everybody be okay out there. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, the kids get all the candy that they want, dress up as the ghouls and goblins and superheroes and everything. So there you go. So, you know who I am. I'm Kevin Off Southern Champ, a.k.a. the porn rap star, a.k.a. Ollie Pound a Chick. You feel what I'm saying? Pound a check. And you know how to find me with one link. allmylinks.com/porn rap star. You know the sponsors, you know, actually different sponsors for different days, people. So today's Thursday sponsors, official sponsors, will be first up PassDat Apparel. They got a nice store on TeePublic. They got great t-shirt designs. Y'all done seen me wear some t-shirt designs and all that good stuff. So please hit the link and go check them out. Also SmokeKind.com, the king of THCA. That's right, people. Mail to your door, legal fucking weed. They even got, you know what I'm saying, some of that shit here and off cat that I noticed. You feel me? So motherfuckers been paying attention. I'm talking about single smoke, you know what I'm saying, you know, buds as well as vapes. And also, she's the queen of porn, but she's also now the queen of CBDs. Please check out her line of stress relief and pain relief products at sarajcbds.com. Please use my promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off of your order. No matter how much you order, 10% off of your order from sarajcbds.com. Great stuff for pain relief, great stuff to help you relieve your stress, and for the sexual side of things, they even got some lube, people, you know. So, yeah. So, well, what's been going on, people? I know I didn't give you one last Thursday. I tried to, but I'd be so busy recording and stuff like that. As you can see, I got a fresh cut. I went to see my barber Rio over in North Duke Mall. Shouts out to him. If he happens to catch this podcast, he asked me about the podcast, you know what I'm saying? And people starting to listen, you feel me? And everything. And got out, went and checked out the old area where I used to work at, that little shopping center, what have you, and got myself some lunch from Bojangles and enjoying the day or what have you. So, been a very stressful up and down week for me, emotionally and mentally, you know what I'm saying? and even to a certain extent physically, you know. Um, it was like meeting my old manager. I bumped into her, what have you. And she was like, she asked about me with the new job, and I told her it was going well. She was like, see, you know, sometimes something negative can actually become a positive, which was deep, made me think about that. So, yeah, I had an interesting couple of days. So people know what's going on. Oh my God, yes. Oh, by the way, as I'm recording this, this is Exotica. So this is the weekend of Exotica, the beginning of Exotica. I have many people that I have interviewed that will be at Exotica from Foxy, Darling to Venus, you know, Rising, my girl Mosh Pit Mommy, little Mushi, little Mashi, you know what I'm saying, little Mashi, you know what I'm saying. Also, my buddy, she's back. I'm talking about Diosha of Love. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Beverly Blue's going to be up there. I know Zaka going to be popping. But let me get some announcements out of the way before I get into this show. Tomorrow night, I'm dropping this on Thursday for Halloween. We having a premiere in the Premium Smoke Room as a new podcast has now been added to the wonderful list of podcasts that you can get if you subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room. And it is Deep in Them Guts with, hold on, I'm about to pull this up. Deep in Them Guts with, this is just crazy as fuck. All right. Deep in Them Guts with, I got to pull up her stuff to make it so y'all can see what we're talking about. Give me one sec. I will make sure to slip back this footage. Let's see if I can find it. I am tripping, yo. Oh. Yeah, now back to my point. Tomorrow night, Deep in Them Guts with Queen Honeybee will be dropping in the Premium Smoke Room. Fridays will be her night. So every Friday in the Premium Smoke Room at 9 p.m. EST, you'll be seeing a new episode of Deep in Them Guts. And like it says, we get deep in them guts. She got wonderful, special guests that we're going to be interviewing and talking to or what have you. You'll be seeing announcements of who they are on the Twitter page. So please subscribe to Premium Smoke Room. We got another podcast for you over there. So I'm just saying, we let you know things going good if I'm expanding. There you go, people. So, so there you go. Now, also, I have tonight, if you ain't subscribed, you need to go subscribe. Also, I have 2 Halloween shows for you in the Premium Smoke Room. Yes, let's make sure the coverage for those wonderful, wonderful things. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm getting too excited. Let me see here. Let me see one. Hold on, wait. Let me get the cover first. That one. And I know you're like, what is he doing? I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll get it. We have 2. We have Miss Lexi Morgan, Tits and Treats. Yes, we have, like I said, 2 Halloween additions to the Premium Smoke Room. You know what I'm saying? And the other episode, which is dropping also tonight in the Premium Smoke Room. I just had to give you all these announcements because, damn it. To get this shit out the way, man, I had to start doing this stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And well as the beautiful Serenity Willow, who is at the, at the Azaka as well. I got to talk to her before that. Yeah. 2 Halloween editions of the Premium Smoke podcast. Plus, on top of that, also you need to subscribe over there as well, because Spit Queen is at the Exotica. I hope some of you premium smokers that went to the Exotica say hello to her. Many of our smokers, she was there at the Pineapple booth. Also, don't forget, to announce Queen Honeybee as well as Bellaquise is going to be in Dallas at the Southern Pleasure Expo. So you see how the STO podcast family is spreading their wings, people. Trust me, believe, people. It's like I'm like what, Professor X almost on this bitch. You feel me? See, it's about the movement. That's what it's about, people. I say I want to be the voice of adult film. With or without AVN. So no doubt. Also, I got some good shit coming, people. I'm trying to tell you. And don't forget about, at the end of the year, Smoke Fest. My grand event in the Premium Smoke Room. Please subscribe, like I said over there. I'm going to be dropping episodes in the last 2 weeks at the end of the year like hotcakes, people. Y'all want to I'm loading them up, people. I'm loading them up. So now, well, I guess the best way to really start this show, is that in one day, because it was yesterday, the most interesting, crazy, it was wow moment, right? Because it's funny how everything that I watched on TV kind of connected to shit that, or seen on TV, connected to shit that was happening. Now, I've been on Netflix. I checked out the Mob Wars, where it was the Philadelphia versus the Mafia. Very good documentary, talking about what happened with the Stanza faction of the Philadelphia Mob against the Young Turks. Very good shit. Right now, decided to check out the Ed Gein. And I started watching it, but I really didn't get into it till the next day. So you can understand the succession of shit. This is how I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. So, Ed Gein documentary is very good. I haven't finished the whole season yet. It got so intense, I had to take a break. Because I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, because I'm just going to tell you, you might want to go see it for yourself, because I can't explain it with words. I know of Ed Gein as a mass murderer, serial killer, what have you, right? I heard of the story. I do remember that they said that Psycho was somewhat based off of Ed Gein, but I didn't realize how much Ed Gein gave his incident, his shit, influence slasher horror film, genre. And I didn't know he killed people with a chainsaw. I didn't know about the skin thing. I thought he just killed people. So it's kind of like, I understand this. I used to, and I don't have no fascination like that. I like to know about Jack the Ripper. I like to know about the serial killer stuff. I like good documentaries. I'm kind of a historian, try to be anyway. Period. But the series itself, the underline that I saw was how much mothers this is gonna sound crazy as shit, people. Actually, this might make the red pill people smile, so you might get a smile out of this one. You actually, red pill, y'all should really go check out this shit. You'll love it. Mothers was the problem with all of it. Was the biggest problem in this series. From Ed Gein's mother to how she treated him. I mean, she literally sexually abused the brother. Because even at the beginning of it, she had to do butt naked, jerking off and telling him women are evil, don't deal with them Jezebels. It delved deep into how she treated the father. I mean, he wasn't, you know, a great father, I take it, but still. Plus, he was autistic at a time with probably autism, which lends to schizophrenia and all that good stuff. Which is a conversation I'm about to have when it comes to, I'm just paraphrasing because I'm actually going to speak on the Gucci Man shit later on down in the show. And the crazy part about this Ed Gein thing is his mama affected him so much that even in death, she still affected him. She had that much of a negative influence on him that even in death, it was that negative. It made him negative. Now, his morbid fascination with comic books and World War II, they dig into what kind of helped shape his morbid fantasies and the fact that he didn't understand sexuality. There's a whole bunch of shit in this. That he didn't understand sexuality. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and the other interesting part of this was his girlfriend, the woman that he was in love with. Like I said, the Ed Gein thing, I don't think when you go read about it, I don't know if they go in depth like that. I didn't even know he had a wife. You know what I'm saying? She was just as fucked up as him. But she was fucked up because of the mother. And see, I will say this because this summed up how women in general failed Ed Gein first before society itself. Society and when, well, one woman created a monster. But when it came to his girlfriend, she failed him because she wouldn't have with. Okay, somewhat spoiler alert. She decided to leave him to go to New York. I ain't gonna tell you what for or what about. She never had sex with him. At one point she wanted to, but because of his mother and blah, blah, yada, yada, he wasn't ready, but then he was ready because she was talking about going to New York. So she tells him for him to hold tight to if she comes back or she might not come back or if he really needs the pussy because none of the women in the town would fuck him, which you kind of figure out as you watch why he didn't get pussy like that. She said, well, why don't you fuck a dead one? I ain't going to tell you where he got the body from because his girlfriend she's evil herself, but then you kind of get why she was evil. Because after going to New York and failing, yes, he actually did fuck the dead body, necrophilia. After she go to New York and fail, because like I said, I actually want to do, I'm not going to talk so much on it because I want to do a complete discussion, breakdown, all that shit on Had to Smoke on it. So y'all have to subscribe to hear that one, cause, bro, I'm about to get strongly deep. You get what I'm saying? Strongly deep. So trying to see where I want to go with this. So she come back from New York. I'm gonna tell you this much. She busts back into the store, back into her mama's house. Now, mind you, she really act like an ass before she left because she was ready to get the fuck up out of there. She come back downstairs to eat. Her mama asked her what she was trying to do. She explained what she was trying to do to go to New York and what happened. And basically said that, you know, she feel like a failure, this, that, and third. The mama basically tells it, paraphrase, that the reason why you a failure because I tried to cause myself on purpose a miscarriage by throwing myself down the steps over and over again because I didn't want you. The rest, you got to fucking hear for yourself. So she runs back to the one person that she thinks that she knows that love her, right? She gets there, they ready to fuck until he touched the pussy. And she asks what's wrong. He says, you too warm. Because he been fucking a dead chick. He been fucking a dead chick. He dig up a body and was fucking a dead chick. She said he too warm. So, as I guess a good woman supposed to do, and the woman, I guess, in her position, mind you, this is 1920, shit, 1920, 1930. After World War II. Rural, no electricity, Wisconsin. She's in the ice tub. He's pouring more ice in. And I understand he was influenced for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho. I dare say Jason, because when you think about the mother and Jason, his mother and Jason, could say Michael Myers. But here's the other part. The way that the story was kind of read by the series, it's like, what if Forrest Gump was a serial killer? Because it was like, that girl was his Jenny. See, I don't want to go too deep. I'm going to do that if I had to smoke on. But I'm going to go to YouTube. Once I hit YouTube, I see the Crown Jewels. Crown Jewels at the lure was stolen. I want y'all to think about that for a second. Actually, I might need to put that up on YouTube. Fuck that. There was a jewel robbery in
Progressive Commercial Insurance offers affordable small business protection.
In Paris, France. Hold on. Robbery. Paris. Let me see what we got here. Let me see here. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, let's go here real quick. Because sometimes you got to actually give them the stuff. Okay, here we go.
Merci.
Les individus sont en scooter, ils vont quitter.
These fuckers escaped.
Putain, ça y est. La police.
Ah, c'est sûr, pour passage du est-ce qu'on arrête les entrées?
A sprawling international manhunt underway this morning
talk
after
about
thieves
this,
took
Lou Brown.
priceless jewels from the Louvre Museum in Paris. The heist took just 7 minutes. Investigators say they used an angle grinder and a blowtorch to get inside the ornate Apollo gallery. And then they took off with 8 pieces of jewelry. They dropped the 9th piece during their escape. And this morning, there's real concern the jewels might never be recovered. CNN's Melissa Bell outside the Louvre this morning. I gotta say, I mean, an uproar in Paris over this.
Oh, there is. I mean, such huge security breaches. The idea that these 4 men we understand that they're looking for could have broken into the room housing France's crown jewels, John, making off with such treasures of inestimable value. That's what French authorities are saying. This isn't so much about the price of the gems involved or the gold, although that would be considerable if it was all melted down.
So people understand this. They went in Sunday night. No. Sunday morning. Got to the roof. I'm like, got to the roof, cracked the window, smashed and grabbed a bunch of jewelry, came back out this window, down the roof, same way, to the street, got on a motor scooter, and drove away. Oh, and by accident dropped the crown that Napoleon Bonaparte gave Josephine when he conquered something, he became emperor. So, what in the Ocean's 11? This like some Da Vinci Code shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I actually read the Da Vinci Code. Like, for real. People, you cannot make this shit up. I was sitting like, wait a second, we still do jewel theft in 2025? we still do Thomas Crown out this bitch? The fuck? I was like, bruh, I was just like, wow, just, you can't make this up. I'm just saying, people, I'm just saying, you can't make
And
this
sold, it is that these are priceless objects when it comes to France's cultural heritage. You're talking about the crowns, the tiaras, the brooches, the earrings, the necklaces worn by the queens of France in the 19th century. So yeah, there's a great deal of outrage this morning in the French press. Many newspapers describing it as the heist of the century. So brazen was it, so quick was it, so efficient was it. These are, after all, we understand from investigators, extremely well-trained criminals
He's
who are very careful
ladder to enter the gallery through a window.
Still, that it should have been possible for that to happen at 9.
Oh no, is it? They did some hood shit. I mean, they did some hood shit. They went through the window. They said, nah, fuck that. We ain't doing no on-guard shit. No, we just gonna bust that window open. We gonna smash these, bruh. I want to hear what
broad daylight,
hold on.
when the
I
museum
won't
was
skip ahead
about
yet.
as
I
packed
want
as
to
it
hear
is now. This is what Paris.
the
Now, as an expert on the matter.
Yeah, I want to hear the expert.
Let's play with Foxfire.
Yeah, Foxfire. Yes, you. Let's go.
Because he's a former jewel thief. Larry Lawton is here with us. All right, look, John just went over some of the things that happened. They used a truck that has a ladder that usually is used to lift things like furniture into windows on high floors. They used a grinder and a blowtorch to break the window, but that set off security alarms. This was in broad daylight while the Louvre was open. What does this tell you about these thieves?
Well, first off, it tells me that they planned this very well. I mean, to case this place, to know what equipment to take, even to know in the museum itself how to get through the glass. Was it alarmed? Was it extra strength glass?
I'll take a little listen to
They got
it.
out of there
I got to
real
move my
quick.
coffee.
So they planned this very well with inside help for sure. They made a lot of mistakes as well, though. So I could go into that. This definitely well planned.
What are some of the mistakes you think they made? Because they did make off with a lot of jewels that are worth, we don't even know what, because they're considered priceless.
Well, there's a couple of ways they can get rid of the jewelry. I'll go into that in a second. Yeah. But here's a mistake. They dropped one of these brooches. They only robbed, 9? I think it was 9 brooches, diamond-like pieces. Well, you just dropped a ninth of your whole entire load right there. That's an amateur move. I never dropped a piece of jewelry ever in 25 jewelry stores and $18 million. It's not going to happen. They also got the motorcycles caught right away. I mean, they're done there. What are they going to find? They found a vest. They found one of the construction vests already. So they made a couple of, I call them amateur mistakes, but they did get away with a lot. Yeah. And obviously now, how do they get rid of it? That's the big thing.
That is the big question. They made off with, and we'll just go down some of the things they made off with: royal sapphire necklace, a royal emerald necklace, and the earrings to match, and a jeweled headband worn by Empress Eugenie, the wife of Napoleon III. So how hard is it? How would people like this go about selling something like this, which are historical in nature and worth who knows what?
Well, the people who robbed this don't care about the historical nature, which is just what it is. What they could do, there's 3 ways to do it. They could break them all up, sell the gold, sell the diamond. Listen, there's a lot of diamonds, and they're not what they call Lazar Kaplan, which is a laser cut diamond. These are old diamonds. These are cut with a hammer and a chisel, literally, a diamond chisel cutter. So they're really beautiful, and they're very sought after, even as small stones. So if they break them up, that's one way. Then they could also wait a while, and a lot of times the insurance companies will put out a reward. No questions asked. If they, it's a $5 million hit, they'll put out $1 million right now. And, people do that. They actually wait. I was around a bunch of criminals in prison, actually, who waited for that. So that's another way. Another way is to get like an eccentric person who really wanted something. Did somebody...
Hold on. That's some funny ass shit. Hold on. So you wait till they get the insurance claim and say, yeah, if we would find it, they get $1 million. Got they wait a bit. Yeah, I found this in the trash can. And they get away with it. So they still make money regardless. And they ain't gonna investigate it because they're gonna be like, who gives a fuck? We got the shit back. Because honestly, that's how they work. This ain't America, people. This is not America. America would not stop until they find the motherfucker. No. Once the merchandise gets back, the law enforcement over there really don't give a shit. They're gonna ask them a question like, how the hell you find it? This. And this person said, hey, here. It's too hot for us. We don't want to go to jail. We made a mistake. We left this at his whatchamacallit. But see, my thing is, how the fuck would they ever get away? Because everywhere has cameras. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's kind of like, yeah, they even knew where the cameras was at. Let's go back real quick. Hold on. Let's see how else they can get this shit off. Let's go. All they gotta do is listen to him. He kind of telling them.
Hire these people. I don't believe that, but you got to remember three things, very important. The guys who did this, they didn't just do it. You have to have cojones. You have to have guts and what you want to call it to go in there in the middle of the day, knowing people around, knowing you're on a clock, slip and fall, you're done, a whole bunch of stuff. Europe is having a big problem with museum robberies, actually, which is crazy. And museums got to step up their game. They really missed the boat, the Louvre. I mean, they never been hit, really, 1911 for the Mona Lisa. But, I mean, it's really, they never been hit. And I think a lot of, after the German robbery in that museum, they have to start stepping up to security.
All right. Let's come back in real quick. So, basically, in a nutshell, the biggest mistake they made was they didn't update their security because, like he said, ain't no one ever tried the Louvre. They never thought to do it. Someone said, wait a second. Ain't no one ever tried to rob the Louvre since 1911. And they probably, Case Joy said, oh my God, they even got no alarms on the windows. They ain't got no shutdown law about it. And they got straight up Crown Jewels in there. You understand something? This is it. This is in France. The world goes to this museum. Okay? They have some of the most expensive shit. Because understand something. Like he said, they have to literally fuck up the shit to get the diamonds, the gold, the silver, and all that shit. You know, it's a lot they got to do to even get that shit off. I'm like, well, damn, you might as well sell some drugs. Yeah. But I'm like, bruh, this a movie. This is gonna be a movie. This is gonna be a movie. We got a documentary. Netflix already working on a documentary as we speak. Movie already being written. Like, man, no, we gotta write about this shit. Guaranteed. It was an ex-employee. There was an inside man. Be funny, the inside man is actually inside. Like the inside man. He was inside the bank the whole time. Looking for him. He just walked out gingerly. Man, I was like, yo, that's just fucking amazing. So, the next thing that happened was I was on Twitter and I'm scrolling down or what have you, and I see the most interesting shit, right? So let's talk about it, shall we? This is from my mixtapes. And basically, hold on, let's read this quick. Rapper YBZ came home early from his tour, caught his fiance with another man in the house, bought for him. Let's look.
First of all, let me say
I love the music.
Accuse me of all the things you know that you are guilty.
I had to turn the music down because, you know, this might be on YouTube. I'm not going to get no monetization anyway, so it don't even matter. She's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, she I guess she talking shit, I guess. I wish you could hear this shit. He's walking away mad as shit. So he can't come in his own house that he done bought. She's like, no, you can't come in. I got company. Look, she's like, no, you can't come in. No, I got somebody here. No, you can't. No, man, you can't. No, who the fuck is in my house, man? Who the fuck is in my house, nigga? He comes out. God damn it. Oh, he rolls up like he talking shit. You know how they got their hand in their pocket like, yo, nigga, I'm in your crib, nigga, and what you gonna do, man? What the fuck? What you want me to leave? What's wrong, bitch? No, he said, that's all right, nigga. That's all right, nigga. Oh, man, people, you cannot make this shit the fuck up, ladies and gentlemen. I had to say that. And I was like, well, damn. Did she not know when he was coming off tour? Did she not keep up with his Instagram post? And if I understand now, and I'm correct, hold on, we're going to read this again. There's a house. Another man in the house he bought for her. Well, see, let me tell you about that, people. One, if we don't live together, woman, I ain't buying you a house, man. I ain't about to do all that. Because, see, here's the point. He might have bought the house, but it's in her name. So she got the house. Now, that just means that he ain't got to worry about paying the bills no more. That means, but see, he probably that dumbass nigga that the pussy was so good, the hair was so good, that she got the electric bill, the cable, all the streaming services in her name. And he probably give her money. And the funny part is, the nigga that she probably fucking, I know y'all gonna say he probably a broke ass nigga. He a broke ass nigga. No, he might be a street nigga that got money damn self. We don't know if he's a dusty. Now, he might be a dusty because he's a hood nigga, but we don't know if he's a dusty as in he a broke nigga now, because the way he walked out, he walked like a nigga like, no, I got money, nigga. I got street cred, nigga. Fuck your rap career, nigga. I can have you murked, nigga. Oh, man. But no, this shows that women can be just as grimy as guys, man. People don't want to admit that. Women can be as dirty as dudes. We're all human beings. It doesn't matter about sexuality. We can sit here and have this argument of what type of woman is bad, what type of man, regardless of the fact there's good and bad and everything. That's part of the balance of life. There's some women that ain't shit, and there's some men that ain't shit. It's your job to know which ones ain't shit. Or also human beings have the capability of making a mistake and growing from that mistake. But she got a lot of growing with this one because he said he bought it for her. Now, if it's in her name, ain't nothing he can do about it. But if it's in his name, he can have her evicted. But that's some shit you come on. Which means, listen, he have his own crib? He was trying to come in, and she was like, no, nigga. No, actually, he don't have his own, he don't have a key. That's the other shit. Because you didn't see him come up and unlock the door. No, he had to knock. So wait a second. So I bought you the house, but I ain't got a key. See what happened when you pussymatized? See what happened when you pussymatized? You bought a house. That's the equivalent of a woman letting the man drive a car with no driving license. So you gonna buy the house and you ain't got a key. I'd be damn if a bitch go buy. I buy a house for a bitch and I ain't got a key to walk in that motherfucker. Especially if I call my woman, I'm fucking her. Interesting motherfucking shot. So, oh my goodness. And don't forget, SmokeKind.com, people, the king of THCA. Let's go. All right. Now, after seeing that, I started seeing news reports of I'm going to find the right bill that can. All right, let me see. I was, like I said, now, as I'm going through YouTube, you know, and to my surprise, I started seeing something about Chauncey Billups, Rozier, and some NBA players caught up, arrested for gambling, and gambling and illegal poker scheme. I was like, okay, interesting. So, you know, I'm the kind of person when I see something like that and glance, and I'm like, okay, let me wait till I see more news of it. Because the way that the internet works, you'll see a newscast and we be dead off or wrong. So I want to make sure that it ain't the YouTuber speculating there's something that's going on. Because to me, even with me, you know, I'm not the most knowledgeable, or I'm not a legal expert or expert on what I'm experted on. I want to make sure before I talk about something, I kind of want to know more about it before I, you know, speak, because I don't want to seem stupid, right? So let's go here and let's listen to what I actually heard, and also the thoughts of all the reactions and all that I heard, and this, that, and third, and what I take from it in total. So let's go.
Major gambling scandal sending shockwaves through the NBA.
I'm just ashamed that they put themselves and put their family and put the NBA in this position.
All players are well aware of, you know, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do.
Head coach for the Portland Trail Blazers, Chauncey Billups, released on bond late Thursday. The Hall of Famer now among the more than 30 people charged with money laundering and wire fraud for allegedly rigging poker games backed by the mob. Accused, along with former Cleveland Cavaliers guard Damon Jones, of luring wealthy players to joining games in the Hamptons, Miami, and Vegas. Prosecutors say the games were fixed using high-tech devices, including rigged card shuffling machines, specialized contact lenses, and an X-ray table that could read cards face down.
Okay, before I let this motherfucker speak, you see the day I was having, right? I'm sitting there like, wait a second. What in the 007 James Bond's going on here? What the fuck? Now, we were going to play the rest of this, but it gets deeper because Chauncey Billups, you've been a bad boy. You've been a bad boy. Oh, God. Okay. The poker game alone, I was like, wow. Wow. They said mafia. Now, what I find interesting is that no mafia affiliate, family member was actually named publicly. But they damn sure made sure to name the niggas and the NBA players. Which I'm going to get to mention how now this kind of does tie to Trump to a certain extent. But let's go back, shall we? Let's listen to the guy, shall we? Where the fuck we at? All right.
Your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out.
Jones not responding to requests for comment. An attorney for Billups saying overnight he would not have risked his Hall of Fame legacy, his reputation, and his freedom. He would not jeopardize those things for anything, let alone a card game. While current Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, also now out on bond, charged in a separate case for his involvement in an alleged criminal betting scheme. trading insider information about NBA players and teams. Authorities pointing to this game in 2023, where Rozier left early with a foot injury. But prosecutors say he tipped off others first so that they could place bets on his underperformance.
Why you had to be at my damn home state to do this shit, nigga? Why couldn't you have did that shit in Miami, bitch? Oh, you did do that shit in Miami, my bad. Because what's funny, they found some video of this bitch ass nigga. You can see he kind of tanking the game a little bit. It just wasn't an off night. Oh man, let's go.
And those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
Rozier's attorney says he believes the feds had cleared his client.
They took his phone, downloaded everything. They said there's nothing to see here. We're going to fight it.
Phillips and Rozier now placed on immediate leave as the league reviews the indictments. As NBA insiders say, league officials are wondering just how far this goes.
I think the NBA is a lot more concerned with how wide this has spread.
No doubt. So, Laura, this is an operation that, according to prosecutors, went on for years. Any idea at this point how they were able to crack this crime ring?
So prosecutors had the benefit of cooperators, which really helped them in this case. They're also sitting on a mountain of text messages, Craig. You can see from...
Okay, people. Now, let me bring it back in. Well, this is so much to unpack. I ain't even gonna front. There's so much to fucking unpack. Wow, this is definitely a movie, might be a TV series, maybe a docu-series. Now, when the feds come and knocking people, they got shot. Because even P. Diddy got. He got to do some time. He didn't leave unscathed. He didn't get... Excuse me. He didn't get the charge that they wanted, but he got charged. I understand people are innocent before proven guilty. Must be proven guilty, actually. Innocent to proven guilty. But, bruh, I told my barber today, I said, let me tell you what they messed up at. And what really opened up it easy to possibly do the illegal gambling scheme. Before, you had to bet on a game, not an individual player, a game. That means you pick one team to win or you pick the team to lose, and by how much. I don't gamble. This is what I heard. When someone made it just simple to me. There's overs and unders. Meaning that I guess the person that he wins by a certain amount. If you bet they win by a certain amount over or under than what it's supposed to be, what the bet supposed to be. Like if they say they are 7-point favorite, you say, I put this much to bet they're going to, beat them more by 7. I'm going to put this much where they beat them less by 7. Then if you want to be on the other, which is the over and under for the loser, then it's like, I expect them to lose by this much or I lose by this much. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Please, if in the comments of YouTube or Spotify, please explain it to me if I'm somewhat off. Like I said, I am not a fucking expert on gambling. I barely even played the fucking lotto. So now I don't have to bet on the game. I can bet on the individual. So now it's a little easier for me to disguise because if it's two ways you can look at it, because I watched Shady McCoy. Shouts out to Speakeasy. I love the Speakeasy, man. I love them guys. I watch them every time they come on. And Shady McCoy was saying, well, what if, you telling your family member this, and I thought about it. I said in the case of Rozier, hypothetically speaking, I say I look on both sides of the fence. Hypothetically speaking, there's an A and there's a B. Okay, we know the A. The A is he did what he did. Okay, let's say the B. Rozier tells his homeboy, we'll use the Charlotte Hornet thing, right? He tells his family member, homeboy, or they know he's hurt. He's hurt. He's injured. Just hypothetically speaking. I know y'all gonna be screaming, bullshit, Bob, but no, just let me land. And then I explain the other side. And what I think. His homeboy, family member, whatever, the way that how Shady was explaining, understands this, and he makes the bet, right? He tells his people to make the bet. Because if he's trying to spread the wealth, or let's say, oh, even better, let's say he's a gambler, he in with the mob. The mob said, motherfucker, hey, Rozier, your cousin, boy. Well, give us something. Well, Rozier, he kind of, going in hurt with the Hornets, or really. So we do the under. He's hurt. He didn't say he was injured. He was hurt. Not every news story comes out about somebody being hurt. We sometimes hear about it, we sometimes do. It is what it is, right? He gets hurt during that game. So the under works. It's just a lot of people betted on the under because the mafia people told people what to bet. Your man makes his money and tell Rozier what happens. Now, Rozier could have been that nigga, could have been that dude that snitched. And you know how the black hood, hip-hop, street, whatever you want to call it, the culture, we don't like snitches. We done had whole conversations about snitches, right? So he said, yo, man, I feel bad. It got me out of trouble with them, but, yo, here's some money, man. Man, I don't need your money. No, man, take the goddamn money, nigga. I mean, I understand I did wrong. You ain't got to worry about touching you, dog. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Not realize there's an informant within the crew. And then there's A. Yeah, you can take the hood out, take the nigga out the hood. But you can't take the hood out the nigga. And then the traceability shit, the illegal gambling shit. Because they said face card, all that. I know about all that shit, trust me. I know. They even suggested that he actually went from being the face card to actually investing in, I guess, throwing some of these parties. Wow. Y'all sure y'all want Chauncey to get out of lock up? Y'all said mafia. Y'all do. Y'all said mafia. 5 families. And y'all just released these niggas to the street. Mafia ain't gonna fuck with them. Now that'd be a little too obvious. But I'm like, wow, man. And yeah, the crazy part was, I think what they said, Rozier, and it was, Damon Jones, the other guy. Rozier was under investigation by the NBA, but was still allowed to play. So that's a question the NBA got to answer. But see, what the cherry on top of all this is, why was no mob names mentioned, but the basketball players? Well, we kind of got an answer when the FBI agent, a.k.a. Donald Trump's little bitch, cross-eyed bitch, made the announcement. Now, I've been alive for 50 years. You know how many times I ever seen the director of the FBI do a press conference? Never. Maybe it's something I missed. Maybe I missed something. Might have done it when I'm alive or whatever. But I do recall whenever it was a big takedown, even with the mafia, even with the great John Gotti, which the FBI had a hand in catching, the FBI director didn't. But this motherfucker, and made sure to have on the FBI jacket. So Stephen A. Oh, I got to see if I can find it because I watched it. Stephen A. brought up a very good point. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Stephen A. for shit. I get it. You know, I totally understand. But Darren V had a good point. Trying to see if I can find the Stephen A. one. Here we go.
ESPN Bet is made for sports fans. Getting cooked in fantasy? With your roster right in the app, you can still walk away with the W. Whatever kind of fan you are, ESPN Bet's got you covered. And right now, get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
This morning has seen a ton of breaking news in the National Basketball Association. Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested as part of FBI investigations into sports
I hope I don't get copyright.
gambling.
Well, I mean, I'm
Billups'
gonna get
arrest
it anyway
was
because they
part
copyright
of
my
a
own
separate
music.
but related case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia, ABC News is reporting. At the core of Rozier's arrest is a March 2023 game that saw an uptick of Rozier bets come in on the under. Rozier left the game just 9 minutes in, citing a foot injury. Rozier had previously not been accused of any wrongdoing. Also involved in this, former Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who was also arrested on charges that he provided inside information about NBA games to code.
We're talking about tens of millions of dollars.
As you
in
can see,
fraud
the
and
bitch
theft
is speaking.
and robbery across.
He's the only
a
motherfucker up there with
multi-year
FBI jacket,
investigation.
too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see a lot of press conferences and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of things in sports. I don't see the director of the FBI in attendance.
Do y'all see Monica McNutt? She's shook over there. I mean, just look at the face. She don't know what to say. she shook.
But he was there just now. Shams Charania joining us right now, our ultimate NBA insider. Shams, welcome to the show. What more can you tell us?
Kash Patel right there. He actually has been even more involved in the last few weeks, but this is an investigation that's been going on for at least 2 years. Terry Rozier has been investigated by the FBI for sports gambling, illegal sports betting involvement, and so he was arrested today. A note here, the NBA had actually cleared him before, but now he is obviously arrested, taken into custody. Chauncey Billups was arrested this morning, both. So there could be some surrenders, Stephen A. Like there could be more people that just get uncovered based on these 30-plus arrests today. So who cooperates with the FBI? Who else gives more information to the FBI out of these 30?
Chessboard compared to the bigger play here by the FBI. But obviously, Kash Patel, FBI director, making this announcement, you know, over 30 individuals in 11 states it's a monstrous thing. Never have we had a sitting head coach be involved in something like this. I think it's a stain on the NBA in a massive way. New media rights deal that just came out. This is a really big embarrassment for the league, having a player, a former assistant, and obviously a guy like Chauncey be involved. Makes it feel as if it's a way bigger challenge and issue for the league. I will say this, S.A., you and I have had conversations about this. This is not to excuse anybody's behavior, but I do think it's important to give context to people at home just about how this lifestyle is lived. I've seen guys lose
There is some layer of this that is not what it seems this morning, but if Jonte Porter was banned and there was no FBI involvement, I am saddened by what would seem would be the next step in this case. But The Athletic just put out a great...
About to say, this is coming from me.
Okay, here we go.
We all know, when we're talking about gambling, just so you know, in calendar year 2024, Americans wagered approximately $147.9 billion through regulated sports books. According to the American Gaming Association, as of August of this year, Americans wagered an estimated $84 billion with illegal bookies and offshore sports books in the past year. We know about how the world of gaming and gambling has ingratiated itself within the world of sports and vice versa. And we all understand, like we talk about the poker games and all of this other stuff. You may not have known any kind of mild connection or anything like that. We got that part. But there's a macro perspective that everybody has to pay attention to. And this is where I come in. We're sitting on here on the sports show doing First Take. We all know what other stuff that I do. We know what world that I live in terms of politics. How many times, for one incident after another, have I said, Trump?
Too quiet. Turn your sound from 100% to 600% with Power Sound.
That's when they want to go to the
Just hit add to.
Sorry about
He's
that.
coming. He's coming. I'm going to say it on national television again. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you hearing ICE is going to be there, looking to engage in mass deportations. The Super Bowl, disrupting things. Big night for the NBA. Wembanyama put on a show. That has now been smeared because we're talking about this story, okay? Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time? I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the culture. When people want to go to a casino, when people want to gamble, when people want to party, or whatever the case may be. This was his kind of connection to that.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, right? I'm going to back out. Y'all get the gist of what he's saying. It was a point of why they named the NBA players mainly. Not just because it was sports. Because if that's the case, why ain't named the other motherfuckers that was caught? Especially the mobsters. Because it's about making the streets safe. We're talking about mobsters here, not the NBA players. They're not getting people killed. Mobsters want to get people whacked. It's because the NBA. I know people going to say, y'all figure too deep. It ain't that. Like, Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. But why would the FBI director wear an FBI jacket to tell y'all about something which he was privy of, he was part of, but normally the FBI director don't come out and do the press conference. He let the lead detective, he let the lead prosecutor, the whatchamacallit say something. That's the equivalent of the, you know what I'm saying? I can't even think of an equivalent. But yes, that's kind of weird. But the reason why, because Trump has always had an issue with the sports leagues because sports leagues don't like him. Period. How many times have people decided not to go to the White House because Trump was in there? No sitting president ever had someone decline coming to see them. That was the highlight of winning your Super Bowl, your World Series, the NCAA championships, was to go to the White House. That was part of the course. Trump got in the White House, Bubba said, "Fuck you." Like, he ain't lying. It soon as it was announced that Bad Bunny was going to do Super Bowl, which I want y'all to think about that. Did they pick Bad Bunny because they liked Bad Bunny, they felt Bad Bunny was that, or was the football owners, the Super Bowl people pressured to pick Bad Bunny because he knew that he would attract a whole bunch of Hispanic people? And interesting how I said, we're going to be there. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it was an underline there. It was a point to be made. It was a point to be proved. Yeah. Make sure them niggas be seen. Then the ball players. And yeah, a sitting coach was involved in this. And I'm looking at Chauncey like, well, damn. Now, Chauncey ain't gonna fight it. So did Diddy. Now, it was funny because the first reaction to me had to be in Gilbert Arenas. He had the funniest reaction. And because he walked in, try to pull up his shit. Yeah, I pull up his shit real quick, man. I don't give a fuck. Oh, come on. Let's find Gilbert Arenas real quick. Let me see. Where Gilbert Arenas at? Oh, there was the funniest shit in the world. Y'all had to see this. You can't make this up. I love this. This is funny as fuck. Because like they didn't want to talk about it, but did want to talk about it. So there you go. Oh, I just want y'all to see how Gilbert Arenas came in, the energy came in with. I love this show, man.
Austin, we have yet to see Gilbert Arenas, a very tough Thursday for some. Oh, here he comes.
Look at this fool.
Hey, how y'all doing, baby? What's up, big dog?
Info.
Huh?
Inform.
Oh, let's say inform.
Informant? No. This is lunch.
Informer.
Just got back.
You got a Big Mac in there?
You see, I'm the sixth man. Hiding in the shadows. How y'all doing, man?
Look at the bag there. Hold on. The bag.
Man, I ain't get to eat it over there, man. I was talking too much.
Informant lunch. Informant lunch.
Wait, what is that? I got information on the new case.
You feel me? What's that, a Danish? Oh, yeah, got my little Danish. Hey, man, look, I ain't gonna lie, they treat you good over there.
The first 48. That news, they give you coffee in it? Give you coffee in it?
You get all that for a Danish.
Right?
No, I got breakfast.
You trying to say you need to talk?
Okay.
With 2 pieces of shit.
Play no games around here. My bad. The show must go on. Listen, the Blazers was to go win anyway. The last thing they needed was their coach. We said 5 years ago. Well, that.
Okay, that's enough. Oh, I love Gilbert Arenas. We're briefly to Gilbert Arenas in the conversation that I ran across. It was a clip. And a long back and forth that I had with someone on YouTube in the comment section of it. I think Stacy did it, or I forgot who was it that did the video, who did the clip. But it was Anton Daniels, and they were talking to Gilbert Arenas about his deal. His deal with what he got going on with YouTube has now became somewhat a topic of discussion, to say the least, right? And basically what he said was, in paraphrasing, that he gave up 50% of the show, whatever it is, where it comes to YouTube, what he doing now, so that they could run everything. Meaning he don't. People gotta understand this, and understand this. When it comes to doing this shit, right? What people gotta get is when you're doing shows to the level of production of Gilbert Arenas, he has 4 co-hosts. We seen this with Matt Hoffa. We see this with Joe Budden. You seen this with Decisions. You done seen this with Overhead as a motherfucker. Understand this. Underdog is not making money from the Gilbert Arenas show. They're not making money from the YouTube show. Where they're making their money from is the exposure of Gilbert Arenas. The Gilbert Arenas name. If he didn't give up 50%, that means that now he has to pay for everything that they offer out of his pocket. I get the man is a millionaire as a ball player, but being a millionaire as a ball player is not the same as being a millionaire as a business owner. It's two totally different things. You want to know why? Because you got to pay for the business expenses. Y'all sitting there heard Adam 22 sit here and tell y'all, and he's strong on YouTube. He had to downsize his fucking business. And then y'all question why he gave up 50%. You want to know why? Underdog is incurring the cost of bringing on Skip Bayless, Kenyon Martin. You heard laughing. That means there's a studio audience there. So that means they're incurring the money of a fucking studio, the editing, the soundboard, the boom mic, the location. He'll be broke. Do y'all really think motherfuckers make money like that on YouTube? I mean, seriously. Very few people. It's same thing with OnlyFans. Because you hear news of certain motherfuckers made this, you think everybody makes that. No. I sat there and heard an argument. Some dude was talking about Anton Daniels was a millionaire before YouTube. No, he wasn't. And there's no shame in that. See, the problem is that sometimes y'all don't want to admit when your favorites is out of their depth to a certain extent. If I want to have a certain quality of a set, let's say if a company came to me and said, hey, Bob, look, give us 50% of Smoke This Over. Everything will Smoke This Over. And what we'll do is we'll pay for your co-host to come here once a month for a week, pay for the location for y'all to record, the equipment, all the bodies to run this equipment, and all this for 50% of your shit. All you gotta do is show the fuck up. I ain't gotta edit nothing. I ain't even got to schedule the motherfucking interviews. I ain't even got to talk to the people until showtime. Now, if I don't say yes, then I have to pay them for all of this to be done. I have to incur the cost. Do you understand? StreamYard not for free. I had to pay for StreamYard, motherfuckers. StreamYard is not for free. It's free, but you ain't gonna get the most out of it. The best shit is when you pay for it. So he look at it as, why not? Because like you said, he's already a millionaire. He's expecting to make some money with it, but it's more about him getting the exposure to possibly gain something bigger. Y'all ain't figured out yet. We about to get deep here real quick. Y'all ain't figured out yet that Shannon Sharp, good or bad, became the blueprint. Speak Easy is one of it. I just saw Joy Taylor. She got her podcast popping. Think about all these cats that done left ESPN, Fox Sports, and they got their own shows on YouTube. Some out of their crib, some actually got the actual professional set and so forth. You get what I'm saying? The actual set and so forth. So they figured out, fuck the big companies, let me go here. Acho technically owns Speak Easy. He has to pay these motherfuckers off that YouTube or out of pocket. Because they homie, because that's their homie, they want to come over there. And look what he doing. But the point being is, look at the set. It might be in his basement. That might be his basement, nigga, of his house. He's a former NFL player. There's expenses that you got to incur. It's like Anton, no disrespect to Anton Daniels, but nigga, he don't work out of a studio. Not no official studio. He works from the crib. He just got the equipment set up. Like he got the little mic stand and all that. Me, I don't do all that because my computer's strong enough that I don't need to. But trust me, I could do it. Some motherfuckers do it for the aesthetics. I figured I ain't need to do it, so what's the point? Y'all hear me very good without me having the mic. Thanks to this computer. Shouts out to SkyTech Gaming. She right in praise, shouts out to Riddle Center. But the point being is, everybody don't want to run the everyday, today, do the meticulous work that is tedious to run their company. That's why you give it off to somebody. But if you give it off to somebody, you have to pay them or offer them stake in the company for them to be a part of it. The girls that I work with, they own half of the podcast that we're doing on the Premium Smoke Room. And they get a cut of what the Premium Smoke Room make. I'm giving y'all behind the scenes of the business. Why? Because then I have to pay them for every fucking episode we do. So they offer the stake in what happens to the business. That's business. It helps the business grow. Because if he had to do all this shit by himself, dude, you wouldn't see the episodes look the way they look. You wouldn't see as many motherfuckers up there in the whole five. And the fact that y'all sat there and said that Kenya Martin and them are nobodies, now that's where I looked at Anton a little sideways like, well, damn, bro. I'm pretty sure Kenny Martin will be recognized before you. No disrespect, no shade. See, sometimes success breeds an ego. God bless you. So now, the last thing I'm talking about, because I heard about Keysia Dior, whatever, and Gucci Man. They did a little interview or have you. They did a back that down. After mentioning Nicki Minaj during the interview, Nicki Minaj been going after their ass for the past couple of days. It's like, y'all leave Nicki alone, man. I just want Nicki to drop an album, man. That crazy talk on her spaces and shit is like, it made me wonder, do you do witchcraft? I ain't even gonna lie. You make for a great witch. I ain't even gonna front. Like, you can hypnotize a motherfucker the way you talk. But nonetheless, like I said, one thing I say about Nicki, if she got a personal issue with you, trust me, she gonna let you know. That's what I love about her. She don't give a fuck. Y'all keep wondering, Kenneth gonna tell you, Kenneth can't say shit. It ain't got shit to do with, she got the money. He can make more money than Nicki. I don't think he can shut that mouth up, buddy. To certain women, you just got to let them be them. Like, hey, baby, go ahead. As long as you ain't cussing me out, I'm good. Take that edge out on them motherfuckers. Thank you. But I started hearing the conversation about witchcraft, roots, because the way that they talk about the schizophrenia and all that, because they talked about that. I also saw that Miss New York now offers business advice, which I see no problem with because she seems like she's a good businesswoman. I guess business advice, money, investment advice, but now she's trying to be a life coach. Whoa. Just because you had a husband that has mental illness and a drug issue does not need me that you should be giving advice to others on life. You feel what I'm saying? I understand you got a disclaimer up there, which I give you that, but when they talked about false prophets in the last days, people, they're not just talking about preachers, man. Go to a professional who is a degree. She might not be fine. She may not be the prettiest girl in the world. Even though it's funny, there's a lot of beautiful women who y'all don't see that have got degrees. But still, go to someone that's actually licensed for the shit. Entertainment. Now, like I said, if you want to go to her to learn how to run a business, fuck yeah. You want to go to her to learn how to invest your money, fuck yeah. But don't go to her to try to figure out your marriage because they rich and your marriage ain't theirs. But back to, they calling her the term handler. Now, and they're using it in the magic sense. It's like the things that she says, certain keywords. Because I noticed trigger words are now becoming very, very important in our culture. Because if females say something or guys say something, it could trigger multitude of responses, reactions, and interpretations. Now, like I told y'all, I'm a man of balance. I look on both sides of the fence. I get the witchcraft. I do know about roots. I'm from the South. I had a root doctor that lived in my fucking neighborhood. I can sit and tell you some stories that let me know he's legit, okay? The point being is, there's also another side of, they say it was schizophrenic. Did y'all ever think the man might be autistic too? There's some people that are high functional autistic. Schizophrenia is a wild shit. See, not everything is mental illness, but when it's mental illness, y'all quick to say roots. Yeah, she is handler. You want to know why? Because when an artistic person that's schizophrenic that has to be on meds, they have to be monitored. Y'all never thought about it? She said she had to bathe them. You know how many times I had to remind my artistic son to go take a shower? One time I had to bathe him. So what? So you trying to say that I got roots on my son? It's like y'all want to think the wildest shit when it's the simplest shit. The boy just fucked up in the head. Add to it the drugs. It's no different than Ed Gein. The only difference is he became a rapper. Ed Gein became a motherfucking serial killer. Listen to the song. I'm rolling. Are you rolling? I might be. Are you rolling? I might be. When your girl said He couldn't stand Nicki Minaj. Damn say he couldn't stand Nicki Minaj because he wouldn't give her the pussy. Again, not saying they're the same person. I'm not comparing the two. What I'm saying is, Ed Gein, you could clearly see there was something wrong with him from early. No one never really thinks autistic or autism when it comes to someone like a Gucci Man or so forth, because he's a rapper, he's a gangster. He's not supposed to be autistic. He's not supposed to be special. He might fucking be. He might be. There's people that's high functioning. I talked to a porn star that's a high functional autistic and does well. Schizophrenia, they do have periods where they go off the rails, especially not taking their meds. Add to it, he's sniffing coke, doing lean and smoking weed. Well, actually, more so doing the other thing than smoking weed and alcohol. You damn right. Thank God he was a handler. Thank God she was his handler. He might not be here. He went to fucking prison. Y'all don't get it. Y'all thinking he's under a spell. No, the nigga might be autistic, motherfucker. Autistic people can be smart too and can do math and count money. It's funny, but it's not funny, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because y'all just don't want to believe that somebody is mentally unstable because they're rich, or because they can rap, or because they're a street motherfucker who talk street shit. I said before, sometimes the buffoon is more brilliant than the people in the room. But even brilliance has its limits. When I'm sitting there looking at him, and I sit there and looked, I said, he don't seem under a spell, so he autistic. Like, he trying to figure out what she want him to say. See, the problem is, like, our motherfucker ain't never been around autistic or slow, anybody of that nature. So you don't see the mannerisms. What y'all see is what you want to see. Now, could it be magic? It could possibly be. She could have, buried the drawers in the lawn, put some period blood in the goddamn spaghetti. Made a voodoo doll. I mean, it could be possible. But here's the difference. Before he lost his mind, if y'all didn't notice, they said it before, she's always around. They just wasn't expecting her to get in the seat and talk on the mic. One, she don't really do much interviews for what I see, because I only seen 2 interviews that y'all pulled up on YouTube that she has actually done. That's the one with some dude and then the Breakfast Club. So y'all act like she do a lot of interviews. She had to sit there and take care of his fucking business while this nigga was behind fucking bars. Have y'all motherfuckers call that a good ass wife, but because, wait a second, something ain't right though. Oh, Gucci can't talk. This, that, and the third. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all something. And I thought about this. Have y'all seen Demi Moore? Is Demi Moore not still married to Bruce Willis? Have we seen Demi Moore? You want to know why we ain't seen Demi Moore? Because Bruce Willis has dementia real bad. And they're watching him. But y'all ain't sit here saying that white woman done put the roots on his ass, that's why he went crazy. Y'all didn't sit here and say she buried the drawers in the lawn. But when a black woman who sit here and actually try to be in the corner of a fucking man, in my opinion, oh, she doing roots. Did y'all ever think maybe Kevin Petty was doing roots on Nicki Minaj? But y'all ain't talking about that. A rose with some honey in the jar and let it sit in for 6 days? Say what? With the name of the person you tape on the side of who you want to keep. Yeah, I mean, you might need to look in their house. Because y'all act like she don't seem like somebody might be under a spell. That's just me. I'm just saying, I'm here to show the other side of it. I like being a devil's advocate. That's called balance. Because y'all hear it on one side. Y'all ever hear it from the other side? But no, it can't be. She got magic on. Yeah, it's very possible. But it also could be that she actually being a good woman to her man. That he's really fucked up and he needs her. Now, do I agree with a man must, in order for, he must need you, not want you? Yeah. You want to know why? It's not if I can live with you, it's can I live without you? That's a real question for a marriage. See, that's what it comes down to. I understand that we love conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories, none of them. But I actually like conspiracy theories that are based off of logic, not emotion. There is some truth to some things, man. I've been around someone that has schizophrenia. I've been around people that's autistic. I've been around people that's high functioning autistic. I've been around a lot of people in my life for 50 years. I just think that it's like, which brings me to the intellectual conversation, because with the Joe Budden and what happened with Red, it's over with now. They didn't apologize, kissed and made up. But this is what I mean by intellectual means that you actually take into account critical thinking. You look beyond the surface of something and you question it and come to a conclusion based off of the balance of everything that you then took in and absorbed about the subject. That's intellectual. Intellectual is not how you speak. Intellectual is not because you graduated and got ducked on the front of your fucking name. An intellectual can thrive in any environment because an intellectual understands the most important thing you need to know to be an intellectual: empathy. See, my mama said, you got to be able to fit in everywhere you can and fit in places that you normally won't. That shows how smart a person you is. That's why I say the dumbest person in the world, the buffoon can sometimes be the smartest person in the room. Why? Because y'all perceive that. But the other reason why is because you think he's a buffoon. No, he had to dumb it down for you to understand what he was saying. See, believe it or not, I'm here to tell y'all this. I do have a high IQ. No bullshit. Do I have an intellectual thought process when it comes to the world? Yeah, to a certain extent. But I believe that also being intellectual is also being able to change opinions and learn when your opinion is wrong. Learning when sometimes people know what the fuck they're doing. Because see, the biggest reason why the Democrats did not win the last election, but the Republicans did, they met the people where they at. Now, whether they were truthful to them or not is inconsequential. They met the people where they were at. Guess what the people was going to? podcasts, streamers. The people that they wanted to reach, that's where they went to. Democrats, they go on to fucking the View. Ain't nobody watching the View, not the people you want to vote for you, that you need to vote for you. Now, she took her ass to the JBP or went on streaming with goddamn academics. She might have done something. Because let me tell you with America, how you win the election with America. You make them motherfuckers think that you one of them. Even though you are not. And that's what he did. That's why I said the buffoon was the smartest person in the room, because he was able to outsmart everybody to make them think that he was for them and he was going to do so much for the MAGA base, but not the MAGA base that voted him in, the MAGA base that paid to get him in. And it was an interesting thought because also Stephen A said, and a lot of people hate Stephen A, I get it. And I understand he be on this political shit, which is kind of turn him into a villain. I get it. But that doesn't mean he don't have good points sometimes. Sometimes y'all hate the messenger more and don't even hear it. And because you hate the messenger, you don't want to hear the message. The message was simple. Trump is, he already knows about to happen at this midterm. He's trying to get it in before this midterm hit because he know he got an uphill battle because it's a good possibility they might lose the House. Even with the redistricting. Because you still got you still got to outvote. And y'all might make Democrats come out more that y'all want to do that redistricting. It ain't gonna make them come in less. It ain't gonna make their vote less count. If there's, because sometimes numbers is numbers. He know is one of the House and the Senate are both about to be lost. So he try to get in as much as he can get in. Because you know them last 2 years he may not be able to get what he want. See, what y'all got to realize is that the biggest problem in this world right now is that when we talk about the dumbing down of America, I'm going to say this again. JBP is nowhere on the list. The dumbing down of America begins with the red pill, the streamers, the YouTubers. I told y'all, as a generation grows older, we become more violent, more lazier as a society, and more dumb. Why? Because we'd rather be told what we should think and what we want versus trusting our gut, what we know is right and what we want. That's why I said, that's why y'all rather vote for above your tax bracket than for your tax bracket, because you're so worried about those people over there. And then what's so funny is when they're talking about the EBT and the Social Security, what's so funny is more white people on it than black. Trump knows this. He despised poor white people as much as he despised poor black people. He despised poor people. See, that's why I say when you come down to it, excuse me, we are contributing to the dumbing down because these YouTubers, the people that y'all watch, that y'all depend upon, don't want to be 100% honest with you. They rather say what they think is going to get them viral than the truth. Like this dude named Stevie that I see Abba and Priest be beefing with. He says the dumbest shit, but I can tell in his eyes he don't believe that shit. He just want to be seen and heard. He want the conservative red pill money. Half of these red pill niggas don't believe the rhetoric that come out their mouth, but they say it just for you fuckers to watch so they can make money off of YouTube. And y'all take it and run with it as gospel. They are entertainers. They're not to be taken but so seriously. Yes, do they have good points sometimes? Yes. But that don't mean you sit here. But see, the problem is, it goes back to dumbing down. How many YouTube videos did we see of a Joe Budden? How many times did we see a YouTube breakdown of this woman got put in her place by this man? Oh, men are jealous of a woman's success. If you see video after video after video after YouTube and talk about YouTube and talk about too bad, and then you look at it, and then believe it or not, when you go as a viewer, you go look at how many people viewed it. You go look at the comments, this, that, and all this is psychology, people. It makes you feel that they're right. Keysia Dior is a good-looking ass woman that with Gucci, that talks about how much money she makes, mentions the Kardashians. Some of you dumbass niggas is gonna pay that $500 to go talk to her about your relationship and personal growth. The only reason she could tell anybody is how it is to be able to take care of a man that is technically undiagnosed autistic that's got schizophrenia. She cannot tell you about you and your husband at odds because of the bills being very due. Some things they just can't speak upon because they might experience, but they ain't experienced in a long time. Once again, y'all not thinking y'all tax bracket. Y'all try to live vicariously. And because they're pretty, especially a woman, because they're pretty and they sound intelligent, we automatically assume we should listen. And we should take their advice and take their word, and that is life. A dude, he could be ugly as fuck, but if he got doctor in front of his name, even though we're not even going to question where he got the doctorate from, and he talks with a speech like this, dude like this, and say something loud, and yeah, and doesn't certain cadence, we think he's the smartest man in the world. See, that's why I said it's sometimes certain conversations is not in a person's depth, and it's okay if it's not. A person, how they conduct their business may not be the way that you conduct your business. It's good to ask questions to understand, but it's another thing to sit there and put down how they run their business. Because last I checked, their business is way more successful than yours. How can I tell a billionaire that he's terrible at business when he's a billionaire? Kind of hard. You might have a point, but he's a billionaire. He knows something. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be an expert. Nobody's an expert because we're all still learning. You feel me? So with that being said, I am done. I hope I didn't give y'all a lot to smoke over for this Thursday. I hope you enjoy your Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. November gonna be popping. Trust me, I got some hot stuff coming in the premium smoke room, people. I'm talking about the place where the conversation gets saucier, the tits pop out, dildos might pop out. You don't know what pop out unless you subscribe. I'm talking about 5 premium podcasts with one debuting tomorrow night. That's right, Deep in Them Guts with Queen Bee, Honeybee. You feel what I'm saying? Also, I go live on X from the VIP smoke room. I even open the VIP smoke room up on the premium smoke room for the premium smokers, just to answer the same question to answer. But when I do it live on X, it's for the people that follow me on Loyal Fans, as well as the premium smoke that subscribe on Loyal Fans to send questions for the ladies to answer during the show live on Ask People. And they show titties, they get down, they have a whole lot of fun. We even play some music, baby. Also, don't forget my XXX store where you can see my work as I give ladies the work because big dicks grow in the sticks. Also on Spotify, you know I got a member section over there. I have 2 other podcasts you enjoy. Had to Smoke on it, where I talk deep about a subject that I really want to dig into. I give my unapologetic, unpopular, and very controversial views and thoughts and commentary on certain things. And then, of course, the podcast, which is for the men of porn by a man of porn. I'm talking about Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talented producers, and we give you that real smoke about the porn industry from a male perspective. Also, don't forget, I also have a wonderful podcast that's on Spotify and all that you ain't got to pay for. Pro Wrestling Smoke. That's right, where I give you that smoke about pro wrestling. I talk about indie wrestling. I talk about WWE. I talk about AEW. Yes, I am a very happy pro wrestling mark, fan, historian, all that, people. Yes, I have I'm an onion. The more you peel, the more you have to peel. You feel me? Because try to be versatile, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and also, you know, my Smoke is Over episodes is on Thursday, which is just me. You get to hear me talk. So, and yes, I'm able to be by myself and do a 2-hour show by myself talking. Got to be talented to do that. So with that being said, also don't forget the end of the year Smoke Fest in the Premium Smoke Room. Dropping new episodes of the Premium Smoke Room every day, the Premium Smoke Room podcast every day, as well as special episodes from each of the podcasts. So yo, trust me, it's about to be popping. The fourth quarter is popping. Yes. So with that being said, and don't forget also Southern Pleasure Expo, 2 of the lovely ladies from the Smoke This Over Podcast Network will be there. We're talking about Bellaquise, the host of Bellaquise Says All. She will be in the building, as well as Deep in Them Guts with Queen Honey B will be in the building, and who knows, I might be. They're trying to get me to come. I got to see if I got the money because I got bills I got to catch up, people. So I don't want to go somewhere and I still got bills to pay. You feel me? So with that being said, you know, we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
Yeah. Bullshit. You.
Don't do the crime.
Born rap star.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Gein.
Live on the stage, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a porn thing. Back on my rap shit, no rap shit. Can't say shit. Just trying to be hood, but not dead in your dick. Your boys can't watch from the sideline. As I get mine like a rip tide. Don't get carried by the rock side. As I try to get my broke bitch like apartheid. South Africa. Top spot, I'm coming after your laughter. For the boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game, ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same, the only thing that changed, I got some gray in my mane. I'm still the champ, I'm still the shit. It's all the drizzly shit, not even worth a comment. Don't go to bed with no price on your head, no.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Gein.
Yeah.